just want to, I have like so much in my mind going on.
Are you okay?
If I ever get a chance to go to space like Katy Perry, I know that it's like bad press. I know that it's whatever. I want to go to space. And if I ever get that opportunity, I know it might make people mad and it might seem tone deaf or whatever, but I'm going to space.
Girl,
even for 11 minutes.
Do it.
Because guess
even
what?
For 4 minutes.
She's been to space 11 minutes longer than me or anybody I'll ever meet. And I think space is cool. And if it makes the whole world turn on me, I will still be like, bitch, I seen you all. I seen you in this tiny blueberry in the sky. And I know your tea. I could see your house. I could spit on you from up there.
But see, you'd be so connected to love upon return that it wouldn't matter.
Gun to your head, if you got a free trip to space for 11 minutes today, would you go?
On the Blue Origin?
Yes.
No, I would not.
You wouldn't go to space just to see it?
No, because I don't even want to get on an airplane.
But I'm saying, like, I would also take a free submarine trip. I would also take, like, if it's somewhere exotic,
but baby,
I'm going.
Baby, I'm not going to be another billionaire going down and getting crushed like a bug.
I know.
In that little submersible, which is Conti.
I know. We're probably going to flip a tour bus and die anyway.
Thank you.
Okay.
Let's have that conversation.
Let's have that conversation. Do you know what happens to RVs when they crash?
They
completely collapse.
Oh, they fall apart.
They're not made to take impact. When they tip over, the walls literally just collapse.
What?
Buses probably too.
Well, if you think about it, it is like a shanty on wheels.
It completely is.
Yeah.
Absolutely, Oprah.
You'd really go to Blue Origin? What would you say?
You know, this morning I was just like, I know that people have gotten mad at Gayle King and whoever, whatever. I know that it's tone deaf, but I would love to see space.
Okay, let's unpack. Why is it tone deaf? Like, why is it? What about it is enraging to people? Do you think?
Well, if we're having harsh and real conversations about, money for veterans,
income inequality.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
people
things
starving.
that money could really go to.
Yeah. But is it Katy Perry's responsibility as an entertainer to feed the children?
I guess. According to public opinion, it is.
Well, I think I think it's such a frivolous, expensive activity during a time of such hardship in like international strife.
But also, like, if you hate one trip to the moon, bitch, you're gonna hate how often that bitch flies private for 20 years.
Then you're gonna really get to when Taylor Swift. If you look at Taylor Swift's mileage on that PJ,
no
maybe
kidding. You think Taylor's in a Waymo? You think Taylor's in a Waymo with no driver?
She's in Uber group.
What do you call that? She's using A1 to get around.
A1,
baby, get into the A1.
I can't tell what's A1 or not these days.
I can't tell what's A1 or not.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I know what was not A1 this morning. Baby, you could never come. My blood game at the bathroom counter with the gum flossing, you could never.
I can't.
So
you know
jealous.
why? Because I floss, so it doesn't bleed.
When I did that water pick this morning, I said, "Ooh, girl."
No, when girls are flossing and there's blood, I'm always like, new money. Ugh. Because if you floss all the time, there is no blood.
Of course,
That's how they get you.
Yeah.
Girl, I gotta tell you this.
Okay.
I went to Dr. Sun, and they have a new dental hygienist. And I'm always nervous when I go to the hygienist because they always read me. No matter how good I take care of my teeth, they always read me. They're like, bitch, are you a pirate? What's wrong with you? Your teeth.
Have you ever seen a bathroom, a toothbrush, or some toothpaste?
Your teeth are wingdings, symbols, right?
Runes.
Yeah. I'm always desperately just trying to get my real teeth to match my fake teeth. It's the melting pot in my mouth.
You can still get the original?
These are real and these are fake.
Oh.
And it's the melting pot of America in my mouth.
Okay.
So I'm always trying to get everybody to kind of respect one another, color.
Yeah. It's a team effort.
It's a team effort. It's all different cultures coming together in my mouth.
Yeah. It's the real spirit of America.
For sure. For sure. It's the Blue Origin. For sure. Asia O'Hara's teeth are the Blue Origin.
Mama, that is the blinding blue white that you see at the end of your life.
Her teeth are absolutely stunning. Insured.
When people say they had a near-death experience and they ask what they saw, they said, Asia O'Hara's smile. It's so blindingly white.
It's incredible.
Yeah,
I mean, her in Vegas in lights and camera and action and sequence and the most dazzling thing on the stage are what's in your mouth.
Chompers, baby.
It's
Get in
fierce.
line. You could never.
They're so good they look like your real teeth.
But listen, it's a slippery slope, and I have tumbled over the edge, baby.
It's
a wrap.
You're in ruin.
Yeah, it's a wrap. It's the countdown is going down.
Death is coming to greet you as an old friend.
Oh, baby, I can see the scythe from here. Yeah, and she's coming for the chompers first. When I come in with some brown danglers, y'all better watch out.
Girl. So I went to the dentist and I get in the chair and they do my cleaning and I like to listen to pods while they clean.
Did it hurt?
Yeah, I mean, the cleaning they're always like, oh, do you floss? I'm like, not with a hook, bitch. You have a hook
Not
in
with
my
a
mouth.
chainsaw. You
It's
cunt.
giving Fisherama, Boy Scout Fisherama. I have a hook in my mouth. So she does the hook, and at the end she goes, well, and they go, are they bad? She goes, you had about as much buildup as somebody would have in this amount of time since your last cleaning if they flossed every day. She was like, these look great. And for a dentist to say a nice thing, has that ever happened to anyone?
Never
I could
in
tell
a-
she struggled it.
Baby. She was
sort of
like, how do I? She didn't know the adjectives. She had to
Yeah.
open the thesaurus.
Do you know what it was? It was like, are those the Chanel boots? Yeah. It was like, I could tell that bitch was plucked.
It was Giselle Buncher's like, is that a shoe and more eyelash color?
I know, yes. She was so mad she had to put down her gun that she was going to use.
And her machete.
Yes. And she was like, well, I guess you flossed and I'm plucked and I'm going home now.
She took her serrated knife off of the stove.
No, she did. She did the smile. And she took it like, she couldn't believe it. It was Bird Box. She jumped out the window. It was so crazy. I've just never been at the dentist and felt affirmed. Gender affirmed, spiritually
pour
affirmed.
one out for the hygienist. What is her name? Can we get her on blast over here?
Well, she was just like, she was a newer hygienist, and I think she was not new to my clinic, but obviously she was a pro. She was in and out. She did a great job.
Born in the game.
I love a good cleaning where it's not painful and they do a great job and it's quick.
Never knew her.
Never knew her.
Never met her.
But I will be back
every
every 3 months.
And I think I will be signing up if they have some appointments open.
Do you go to Dr. Sun?
I surely the fuck don't.
She's amazing.
I go to someone who I think was trained in Nazi Germany. It is. I told you the last time I went to the gay dentist.
He's so handsome.
Oh, sure, whatever. Who cares though? I mean, my eyes are closed and crying and my mouth is open in pain. He had 1 foot on. It was like that Sweet Pussy Pauline clip. I got one foot
up
on the dresser.
Yeah, and 1 foot on the end table.
I'm not joking. To get leverage with his hook of death.
What's he pulling out of there? A bale of hay?
I guess he was scraping out like the Hope diamond that was lodged in my molars or something. It was a little cartoonish. I know I've told this story before, but it's like, I'm like, you know what? This is a level of violence that I'm not really interested in.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Have you
Right.
seen In a Violent Nature? You know that bad horror movie where it follows the killer from the back?
No.
And he goes, oh, well, it's bad. But anyways, he like hooks this girl and rips her like head through her torso and he throws her off a cliff. That's pretty much what.
It follows over the shoulder?
Yeah, it follows him like from the back.
Oh, that honestly sounds like a movie that some straight guy in college would be like, you honestly need to see it. It is like,
That's it. That's it.
you know.
It was really that. It's that tea. But there's some really outrageous kills in it, and that's one of them. And that's how it feels when I go to the hygienist, which is why I haven't been in like a year.
Doctor, so I can't. Dentist is horrible. You know, my sister. Can I be vulnerable?
Please.
My sister Desiree. I don't want to embarrass her.
She died?
No,
I'm
no.
Just kidding.
I never talk about her. She's not like it. She kind of watches us. She's a fan of you. I thought nobody in my family thinks that I'm funny. I think they think that I'm lucky to be here for you to keep me clothed and employed. They
The
think that you're a
delicious
dazzling
irony.
star. You're a dazzling, hilarious star, and
Desiree,
I'm a moocher.
love you, darling. Desiree, my #1 fan. How are you today, Desiree?
And I'm the big time moocher.
Yeah.
So
Let's go with that storyline.
basically, she was
Twirling the pookie. No, I'm just kidding.
no, me, her, my sister, everybody, we're all in the same boat. We came from, Wisconsin State Dental for Poor Children, doing the
Sure.
best they can, which is honestly one visit a year.
Wait. So you got Dan, Desiree,
Dan, Desiree, Sam, and me.
Sam and me. Okay.
4.
Yep.
Dan has pretty amazing teeth,
Good.
but Sam and Des and I are kind of always running up that hill. That's what
It's
that song's
Snaggletina.
about. It's about declining teeth health.
Running up the hill looking for dental insurance.
Yes, make a deal with God. Like just trying to keep teeth in the mouth. People, I remember when I first went to Dr. Sun and she was like, wow. She was like, these what do you call it? Not amalgam, whatever silver stuff they used to use on your teeth.
Aluminum?
No, it's called
Emollient?
something like that. Amalgam.
Amalgam is a mixture.
Amalgam.
Oh.
Silver filling is an amalgam.
God.
And she was like, they don't even do fillings like this anymore. She's like, where did you
Shit.
go? I said,
The woods.
the state paid for rural Wisconsin dentists once a year for 18 years. So now I go for 4 cleanings a year because they were like, you need to delay. You need to make up for lost time.
Yeah.
You need to keep the teeth good now
That makes sense.
to derail
Yeah.
what's coming to you,
Yeah.
bitch. You ugly bitch.
You fat bitch.
Yeah.
Don't be fooled by the teeth that I got.
Yeah.
I'm still whatever from the
Jenny
woods.
from the block.
Yeah.
And I got so my sister, I was like, you know what? You're working all the time. Let's like get
How old
your
is she?
teeth health
How old
up.
is she?
25.
Okay.
And
Critical age for the teeth.
25, yes. And I said, listen, I was in your boat. At 25, I had to start going to my dentist and start basically turning back the cruel hands
Demo
of time.
Reno.
Right, right.
You had to do Trixie Motel in the
Completely.
mouth.
If I could find a way, I'd take back those words that hurt you and you'd stay. I don't know why I said the thing I said. Oh, I love Cher.
Do you believe in life after veneers?
I know everyone's saying love Pink, but what about love Cher?
Sweetie, I don't think people, okay, everybody loves Cher, and they should, duh. But if you really, really, really go diving deep into her catalog of just maybe from the Sonny and Cher show, all the outfits, all the reveals, all the guest stars and the numbers they did. It's so deep and vicious, the catalog. It'll blow your mind.
It'll blow your mind. It's a
Nobody
great artist
does it.
to get into. You'll never run out of shit.
Literally, you could start today at 3 years old and you could never catch up.
You'll never catch up.
Yeah. And also, you could never get my blood game.
My sister and I had similar.
Wait, did she resolve her issues?
Okay, so we had similar fear of the dentist, which is when you know you didn't have the best teeth care coming up, you get really nervous as an adult to go in because you're embarrassed. You feel like I just always felt like I was wearing my whatever's below blue collarness in my mouth. Right.
Yeah.
And I was embarrassed because I was embarrassed to be kind of shamed for like not having better teeth, you know.
And how about being shamed and hurt at the same time?
Right.
It's crazy.
And be kind of, you're mad at me that I didn't have access to better care because of America, you know?
Yeah.
And so my sister, I said, let's get you a dentist. I said, I'm telling you, once you know the name of the receptionist and the name of the dentist and the hygienist, once you start going often enough, you become less scared of it because you know them.
Yeah.
And the first day you're back in the dentist, you're on the path to getting better versus delaying it because you don't want to go because you're embarrassed, which is what I always felt. And so she and I teamed up and she has been going all the time and her smile is dazzling and her confidence. And I'm just so happy for her and love her. Love Desiree. Love Desiree. Because she and I were in the same boat. I was like, you just got to swallow the pill and accept that you and I didn't have the perfect care and you just have to go take care of it.
It's diabolical because and it's a huge source of shame and economic shame in this country, especially in this fucking town, by the way. And it's compounded by the fact that like you have this problem and you need to go get it fixed, but it hurts like hell and costs so much, hurts like hell, and they make fun of you the whole time.
Yeah.
Why the fuck would I want to go do that? Hello?
Yeah. Like I remember when I first went to my dentist, I remember she was like, looked in my mouth and she said, cancel the appointments for the afternoon.
We're going to need a belt. We're going to need a jacket here.
Yeah, honestly. But once you've been in that chair long enough and you get right with the Lord, you stay religious about the cleanups because you're like, I don't want to backslide.
Yes. But also you can, and what I have yet to do, and however I plan to do it, you can advocate for yourself. You can say, hey, hold on. That hurts so much.
Yeah.
I never thought I could say that.
You do want to speak up if they think you're numb. The only way for them to not know is for you to say something.
I have been in that situation where I just like sit there and take it. And it's like, I'm not doing that anymore.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that anymore.
Right.
Like they're scraping the shit out of my mouth and it hurts like hell. Do you know what I mean?
One time in Australia, I had a inlay pop out.
What does that mean?
So when they remove a big scoop on the inside of your tooth, they will, and I believe dentist people, I could be wrong, inlaying is where they build the filling in your mouth, and outlaying, I think, is where they build it outside of your mouth and then put it, they do an impression of what they have to fill. And then while you're gone from the dentist, they make that piece and then they just put it in.
Is it an implant of any kind?
So your real teeth is in there, but the middle was filling.
Oh, okay.
So it popped out in Australia and I went to a dentist and they had Netflix on the ceiling mounted on a TV, but I did feel like this is double Final Destination waiting to happen. The TV falling on the drill in my mouth in the dentist. You know what I mean?
Oh, I hate that. I hate that.
I mean, one time I got an MRI in LA and they had a reflecting glass in the MRI that reflected a Netflix at the end of the room so you could watch Netflix in the MRI.
But that's cunty.
It was so cunty.
That's super cunty.
Because the other day I got one and
you have to
are
stand
just
still forever.
You're inside dial-up.
Yeah.
Womp, 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 womp. Beat it up. That is what it is.
My back.
It was boring. Very boring. MRI is boring as hell.
Well,
like,
it's boring boots. It's time to, it's forced meditation. And I want to,
So shout out to the teeth divas. I'm sorry you're bleeding, but if you get
No,
into
I'm
it,
not.
it will get better.
I'm not sorry. I'm not apologizing for my blood. No, I know. I have to go back and I'm just like, I need to find a hygienist that is like, it's funny, like the last hygienist I had, she was hysterical because she'd be hacking away like a serial killer at my mouth. But telling me about her like going
Saw.
Saw in the technique, and then like Sex in the City in the banter. Like we were at brunch talking like girlfriends. Like, oh, I dated this guy last night. It was a total disaster. Hack. Like it was actually kind of like a nice juxtaposition. It's sort of like, but it was.
You have the little paper thing on your chest, and she just takes a few of your fingers and puts them on there. She's cutting off other stuff.
She's like, "We went to those toes. Let's do those toes."
Crimes of the Future. Yeah. You go to the Crimes of the Future dentist.
You got to watch this Tim and Eric episode called Toes, where it's like he plays a doctor who snips people's toes off. And the opening scene is this girl, this fabulous actress who goes to the doctor. He's like, so what can I do for you, young lady? She's like, my toes. I don't want them anymore.
No, you do.
He snips them right off.
Balance.
Snips them right off. Yeah, they walk like this. It turns out he's been eating them toes the whole time. Spoiler alert.
Dang.
It's weird.
I'm mentally preparing myself because today I got to do my Simsia shot. So I got to go do the self-torture. Well, lately I've been doing the enzymes, the enzymes, the Wolverine enzyme or whatever. Yeah. And it basically cured my arthritis. That's been wonderful.
You should get into
that. Motherfucker just bruises me to death.
Oh my God, I can give you a bigger bruise than
this. This is from one shot.
That's intense.
Well, it's hard because it's just skin and abs. So the needle almost bends.
Where is the fat? Like there's not. Yeah.
Well, in the picture, they have this great big huge person pinching, but there's nothing to pinch on me.
Unpinchable, taut.
Unpinchable. It's like a rubber glove. You can take the skin and snap it.
It's like tanned marble.
So entirely.
May I poke you in that way?
Someone we know sent me a commercial clipping of Miss Piggy's foot in high heels, as in like thought of you. Got it this morning. Today's episode of Bald and the Beautiful is brought to you by our friends at BetterHelp. I have found, now that I have graduated to a really comfortable place with talk therapy, that I'm enjoying a stage of therapy that is kind of like maintenance. You know, we're stressing the importance of maintaining the mental health and the healthy coping mechanisms and the commitments to wellness and the positive thinking. I know myself, and I know that even though I have gained so much, there's always more cement to pour on these good thoughts and behaviors. 26% of Americans who participated in a recent survey say that they avoid seeking mental health support due to fear of judgment, which is I'm not judging anybody, but if you're dodging the mental help you need, I'm going to tell you as your friend, as your podcaster, I would never judge you for getting the help, okay? But I would encourage you to participate in Mental Health Awareness Month year-round. It is Mental Health Awareness Month now, but let's encourage everybody to take care of their well-being all year. Be healthy. Be happy. Right now, we're going into Pride Month, and me and the whole Trixie team are so stretched thin, and it's stressful. And talk therapy for me sometimes is just a place for me to vent and decompress so I can show up, in a wig with the boxing gloves on and serve a knockout. BetterHelp has over 10 years of experience matching people with the right therapist from their diverse network of over 30,000 licensed therapists in all different specialties, including LGBTQIA, which I love because I'm sure that there are therapists out there who are better for that than others. We're all better with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/bald and get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/bald.
This episode is sponsored by ZocDoc. As you may or may not know, May is Mental Health Awareness Month. A good reminder that if you've been thinking about therapy, there's no time like the present. But finding the right therapist, like the 1986 hit Run DMC song, can be tricky. It's not just about convenience, it's about finding the right fit. Whether you're looking for someone who shares your background or lived experience, or who practices a certain type of care like couples therapy, it's all about flexibility and convenience, which is where ZocDoc comes in. ZocDoc helps you easily find and book mental health providers based on what matters most to you. In fact, nearly 76,000 mental health appointments are booked on ZocDoc each month. They help you find a therapist who's in your network, close to your home, and can even help you book the appointment. As someone who has benefited from therapy and knows my way around a waiting room, if you know what I mean, I can safely say that if you're going through something, therapy can be a massive help. And if you have another medical need, ZocDoc has over 100,000 doctors from literally any specialty, from your brain to your elbow to your perineum. And most importantly, ZocDoc helps you find doctors who are highly rated by real-life, verified patients. You can even see their real-time appointment openings, choose a time that works for you, and instantly book a visit with just a few clicks. Same-day appointments are also available in many cases, which is literally the pinnacle of convenience. The best part is that ZocDoc is completely free to use. You can search and compare highly rated in-network doctors with ease, which is why I love ZocDoc. ZocDoc helped me find the best doctor in my area and book them fast. If I can find a great doctor, so can you. And all because of ZocDocs. Stop putting off those doctor's appointments and go to ZocDoc.com/bald to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/bald. ZocDoc.com/bald.
Wait. I have to talk about Sinners. Mama.
What's it about?
It's my new favorite film. I'm not going to be obnoxious like, Substance or whatever, but it is a 5 out of 5 stars for me film.
What's the elevator pitch without spoiling?
Okay. So, two twin brothers in 1920s or 30s, like country Mississippi or something like that, come back from Chicago to start a juke joint with their little cousin who has the voice of an angel and plays the blues. And they get this whole thing going on, and some vampires show up, baby. And it is fucking scary, hot, amazing, pulse pounding, sad. I cried a bunch of times. I jumped. I was like, it was cunt.
Wow.
And I wish I had known nothing.
Right.
Because they came out of nowhere.
Well, remember, it's very Dusk Till Dawn. First time I saw that movie, the vampires, I was like,
you're like, what? Hold on. Yeah. It's very that tea. But it's content.
From Dusk Till Dawn is so good. Before the vampires show up, you're already very invested. You're
This is the same situation.
This family's being held hostage by these two guys on the run.
Yeah.
Plus Quentin Tarantino's in it, which is very exciting. You're like, he was young
Robert
and
Rodriguez,
acting.
though?
What?
I think it was Robert Rodriguez who directed that one, right?
Oh, I thought it was a Quentin Tarantino
No, it's
movie.
not. It's not a Quentin Tarantino. He might have produced it.
He plays George Clooney's brother, and it's exciting to see him in a movie.
Quentin Tarantino?
He was great in that movie.
I forget.
He's like the pervy brother.
Oh, pervy. Now that makes sense. He's always the perv.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
Merv the
Selma
perv.
Hayek as the hot vampire.
Baby, that's the prototype.
With the breasts. I'm
That's
sorry to say breasts.
No, that's the photo you print out on your desk jet printer and give to the surgeon.
It's so...
That's the photo you give to the doctor, baby.
She comes out with the hat on with the feathers, and there's a part where she picks up someone's beer bottle, takes a drink of it, and then pours it down her body.
Mama.
And she's writhing.
When that lager's flowing through those fucking titties, I don't remember that part.
I think I remember reading that she improvised it. Like she made up that little dance and did it.
Yeah, and then she took a shot of a Jägermeister right up the twat.
Selma, if we ever get to work together again,
we saw her. I mean, we saw her breasts in person. Sorry,
but we didn't bring up Dusk Till Dawn because we were celebrating Black Mirror.
Yeah.
But I was obviously too embarrassed to say anything.
But Mama, I don't know what it is. Genetics and maybe being, the power of having every treatment and resource at your fingertip. That hoe looks perfection.
She's killing it.
How about the video of her swimming in that pool?
Slow motion.
Mama, I jerk to it.
Right.
I can't help it. No, but you got to see Sinners. You will love.
I can't wait.
It's cunt.
Have you ever had a Krispy Kreme? Was it crispy?
Am I a crispy fan?
Was it crispy?
It was very soft and just sugary.
Right.
Fresh. It was hot and it's fresh.
Do you really not know what that TikTok of
no,
Krispy Kreme?
I'm thinking about
I got
that Krispy Kreme.
I got something for you. So Love on the Spectrum, one of my favorite shows.
Yes.
This audio's been swimming in my head. So have you ever seen that show Middle Ground?
No.
So they'll have like anti-vaxxers versus doctors, and they'll post things like, I believe vaccinations are good. And then people will come to the middle and they'll sit in the dark under a flickering fucking light bulb and they'll debate.
Why did
So it'll be like pro-lifers and pro-choicers or opposites,
How what happens then?
So Abby was on one of them, and there's this incredible
Love on the Spectrum?
Yes. So you got to hear this
The doll
audio.
girl.
Yeah, she's talking about haters. Listen.
Okay.
No, Abby's the one who sings. Who goes to Africa with her boyfriend David. Oh my God.
Telling it to haters. I know. There's some really mean people, and it's because I'm helping her.
Haters are ugly, and the haters are extremely overweight.
The thing about you haters is that you're super fat and very ugly.
Abby said, the thing is, they're ugly
Here's the
and
thing.
extremely overweight. She said it like she's reading nutrition facts. Like it's just like, what did it well?
You want to turn left on Cahuenga and then right is facts.
I saw Abby on Kelly Clarkson this week singing. She was singing her song that she wrote for her boyfriend. You're my lion to my lioness. You don't remember we watched that?
No.
The milk to my Chardonnay. She wrote this
The
beautiful song.
milk to my Chardonnay.
Because she likes Chardonnay and her boyfriend likes to drink milk. It's a lot of personal things.
But that's milk and it's like.
There's a part where she goes, I'm on the drop slide, you're on the lazy river. You pick me up when we're down, and then we split a pizza.
That's cunty. Sorry.
And that's
Grammy.
how it is.
Where's the Grammy?
So I saw her on Kelly Clarkson, and I just loved, like, one week we have RFK being like, you know, people with autism will never be able to bathe themselves or feel love or walk outside of where the fuck he said.
Yeah, they can't see color or shapes or,
And then Abby's on Kelly Clarkson singing like,
yeah. She's like, hello, fat and ugly.
love that. Love that. Abby, you've done it again.
On the latest episode of Hacks, Julianne Nicholson was a guest star, and she played the TikTok dance mom, and it was so wild. It was so crazy. It was like, I think this is a thing. I'm not super active on TikTok at all, but, you know, like people do.
No, they definitely do. They definitely do.
And they get famous for it. And
well, the bio is Mama Bear.
Yes, and it's semi-ironic, I think. There's got to be a level of ironic appreciation of it, and then it's like very endearing, so they just get, I don't understand it, but she did such a good job. It was very funny.
I wish RFK would go sing on Kelly Clarkson.
I wish RFK would go in the...
I had a kind of don't want unless you got buns.
the brown origin.
The brown origin that goes to hell.
No, it goes
It's
straight to the
red
core.
origin.
Yeah.
We're sending 8 celebrities to the magma of the earth.
Straight to the core of the problem. Mama, when I tell you about all these asteroid videos I've been going into.
What, asteroids?
Oh, yes.
Like,
hunty.
what do you mean videos?
Well,
like moving pictures?
no videos on YouTube, perhaps? Or not perhaps.
The talkies?
Yeah, yes, the talkies. Oh, girl, I tried to watch Babylon, which is about the transition from the silent to the talkies. I threw up.
What?
This movie is so too much. It's like doing too much. This movie Babylon, and I threw up from it.
What?
It made me. No, I'm not joking. It made me like motion sickness and sick to my stomach. It was so over the top, excessive, and fast paced. Like it made me dizzy, and then it grossed me out, and I threw up.
Did you glean anything like from it that you like to share?
No, not really. It
Okay.
was just a movie that was like, it's all about the excess of Hollywood in a particular time, like the golden age, and when things are transitioning to the talkies. And people are having parties with elephants and cocaine and hookers, and people are dying and getting pooped on, and everything you can imagine happening at a lavish, like, you know, Marquis de Sade type of party. I puked. And then I just went right to bed. And I'm never going to watch that movie. She did me dirty.
Damn, I guess.
I mean, I'm not.
Sounds like interesting material.
I think. Oh, it's certainly not boring. Brad GPG is in it. Margot Robbie's
Wait
in
a
it.
minute. I've seen this movie.
You have.
Where she fights the snake in the desert.
Yes, I didn't even get to that part.
Oh, you made it sound like it was a documentary.
Oh, sorry. No,
I thought this was a documentary the whole time.
I'm so sorry.
I
No,
almost said, oh, it's like that movie with
So sorry.
Margot Robbie where she fights the snake.
I skipped from asteroid documentaries to this. Yeah.
That's where she's at, like the gala, and she's like, oh yeah, low rent me. Doesn't know how, she has that breakdown where she's throwing the food all over her face.
I didn't even get to that part.
Girl.
I made it like 25 minutes in and started yakking.
Gay stuff happens, no?
I'm sure. There's got everything. It's probably bestiality in it. It's wild. Damien Chazelle's Babylon.
Yes.
3 hours long.
Okay, I literally thought you were talking about a documentary.
I'm sorry. No, but I puked. I felt like it was kind of out of nowhere. I didn't have anything weird that day. And then because they're doing all this construction in my house, I woke up with a terribly sore throat, like incredibly sore throat. Got an air filter. Guess what happens? Sore throat went away.
What?
Like fucking magic, bitch. Like, well, not
Do you
magic.
think
like
the
science.
quality of the air in your house was hurting your throat?
No, I didn't. I was like, I thought it was just.
So why'd you get an air filter?
I was like, oh, maybe because I haven't been smoking. I'm like, well,
God's perfect breathing system.
yeah. I was like, maybe it does have something to do with people buzzsawing ceramic tile and wood indoors all day long.
Sure.
So I got this fabulous HEPA fucking bitch from Home Depot, baby. I go, she goes, what's the air? And she goes, and she gets it right together.
HEPA.
Sometimes it goes red and she gets it down to green.
A lot of bird owners have them because cockatiels and old world birds, what they call them, shed powder from their feathers. And if you don't have a filter, everything in your home gets coated like soot, like Mount Vesuvius. So HEPA filters keep like your whole, you would just go like this and you're like, there's white parrot powder just on everything.
Pour one out for the HEPA.
Pour one out for the HEPAs.
Yeah, like when they did the mold remediation, Mama, they had giant like fucking HEPA. They look like those supercomputers in those like Marvel movies, just huge and nasty. Wow. But I really believe it did something.
This episode is sponsored by Audible. Are you craving your next action-packed adventure? Well, look no further than Audible. Audible delivers thrills of every kind on your command. From electrifying suspense and daring quests to spine-tingling horror and romance in far-off realms. Unleash your adventurous side with gripping titles that keep you guessing, exclusive captivating Audible originals, hotly anticipated new releases, must-listen bestsellers that hook you from the first minute. Whether it's heart-pounding suspense like the Audible original Mad Love, a fantasy romance adventure like Onyx Storm, or a listen with the lights on epic like Stephen King's latest Never Flinch. Plus, more big releases like Frida McFadden's The Tenant and Amelia Hart's The Sirens. Audible has over 1 million audiobooks, podcasts, and originals all in one easy app. I love Audible because I'm doing copious amounts of traveling this summer, and I'm in desperate need of some car trip entertainment. Audible never fails me. So start listening and discover what's beyond the edge of your seat. New members can try Audible now free for 30 days and dive into a world of new thrills. Visit audible.com/bald or text bald to 500-500. That's audible.com/bald or text bald to 500-500.
Hey, today's episode of Bald and the Beautiful is brought to you by our friends at Hungry Root. Listen, I live 2 lives. I work too much, but I also love cooking. I'm always trying to do better for myself with food. And honestly, when it comes to takeout, I can get really irresponsible. And so I've been loving cooking because I put what I want in the food and I can eat the way I need to eat for that week, if that makes sense. Like if I have a bunch of solid big discos, a lot of physical activity, a lot of hiking, I know I'm going to push for like more protein. And if I'm having like a lean week, I will try to eat more greens, more salads. And that's why I love Hungry Root. It gets me through busy season, which has become honestly every year. So it's like having a personal nutritionist, and it takes care of all the stressful meal planning each week by recommending delicious recipes tailored to your tastes. And they have plant-based meals, but you guys, lately I have been, let's say, just branching out a little bit, and I made a lemon pepper chicken with like a cilantro rice. I felt like I was a restaurant. I couldn't believe I made the food. I've never made chicken in my life. You guys know I'm basically a vegetarian, but I've been trying to, diversify the way I cook, trying. And for a non-meat eater to make a chicken dish, it was a little bit scary to start, but it was really not bad. What I also love about it is that you get personalized recommendations from Hungry Root. So, I'm not very creative, and I have a ton of diet restrictions. So it's perfect for me to just have like basically meals suggested to me. And all the recipes can be made in just 15 minutes or less. And with over 15,000 recipes shipped each week, there's something for everyone. I love Hungry Root. Take advantage of this exclusive offer. For a limited time, get 40% off your first box, plus get a free item in every box for life. Go to hungryroot.com/bald and use the code BALD. That's hungryroot.com/bald, code BALD, to get 40% off your first box and a free item of your choice for life. hungryroot.com/bald, code BALD. Hello, it's Bald and the Beautiful. You're listening to it at 10:30 p.m. Do you know where your erection is? Hi, it's Trixie, and if you've been listening to Bald and the Beautiful for a while, you know that Katie and I have gone through multiple, sometimes at the same time, bouts of discussions revolving this topic because, it might surprise you. We are men. And listen, HIMS is here to help you get your confidence and other things back up. HIMS provides access to treatments that can help you stay hard and last longer so you can be ready whenever the mood strikes. And dealing with ED can be uncomfortable, which is why HIMS provides access with a comfortable solution with an all online process and personalized treatment options. Can I tell you, this is just not something you should have to get in the car and go out into the world. And, it's so nice to be able to access this type of care from home. And Hims provides access to a range of doctor-trusted ED treatments like chewable tablets, Viagra, and Cialis, and their generics for up to 95% less. No insurance is needed, and one low price covers everything from treatments to ongoing care. And with hundreds of thousands of trusted subscribers, Hims can help you find the right ED option that works for you. Okay? Start your free online visit today at hims.com/bald. Oh, sorry. I just hit my huge erection on the table. That's hims.com/bald for your personalized ED treatment options. hims.com/bald. The featured products include compounded products which are not approved nor verified for safety, effectiveness, or quality by the FDA. Prescription required. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan. I watched a Cunt Factory episode of Black Mirror.
Tell me.
Can I spoil?
Do it.
Okay. Don't remember the name. No. It was called...
Cunt Factory?
It was called Bet Noir, like I think Black Beast.
Oh, I've heard about this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
She works. A girl starts at her office, and she's like, "I knew that girl in high school. She was really weird. It's crazy that she works here now."
What does that turn of phrase mean? It means something like it's a pet peeve or something. What does it mean?
I don't know. I'd never heard it before.
BETENOIR. It's a phrase. It's pet peeve.
Yeah, Black Beast. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And she works at a chocolate factory. I thought it was maybe about like the chocolate. I thought that's what the name was about.
Okay.
So she makes chocolate. She makes different types of flavors. And this girl starts working there. And she's like, "Oh, I used to work with her." It was very single white female, but it escalates to like, "Oh, this girl's my assistant. I know that I told her this, and she purposely typed it wrong to get me in trouble or like whatever." And it escalates, and she's like, "I don't know how this girl is gaslighting me." And then the girl has a pendant that when she talks to it, it changes reality. So she's like, "Oh, I didn't steal that girl's milk. You did." And the people in the office are like, "I can't believe you stole the milk for her coffee." Wow. And then she's like, "Roll the tapes." And even the security tapes are different, showing her do this shit.
Damn.
And it's a girl she bullied in high school who created technology that allows you to like draw from other realities where something is happening. And she just says, "All right, now your whole family's dead and your head's on fire."
A simulation pendant.
Cunty.
Was it
so it was very single white female.
That's wild.
But
what did it look like? The
like a teardrop.
Fierce.
And she looked like a Rosamund Pike. She was like blonde with like a cunty short. And the whole time you think, "Oh, this girl's cracking up. She's imagining this."
Yeah.
And then I love when actors turn evil. You got to watch it. I ruined it for you now.
No, I don't care. I will watch it, bitch. Show me. I'm so stupid. I will forget.
There's also USS Callister. Do you remember the episode in the first season with like the 60s spaceship and it's all in his mind or whatever? Oh, there's a sequel to that was really horny.
Is there gay stuff?
In Black Mirror? Yeah. I don't know how they make those. It's like a season of television that's all basically movies. They're like one-off movies.
I recently rewatched the one with the haunted house, the video game Volunteer. We saw it, I think.
Bandersnatch?
Maybe the guy with the beard who goes around the world and then he goes like to be a test for this like new software, video game software.
Oh, I don't.
And he goes in the haunted house and. It's very good. You would love.
I don't remember that one.
You would love that one.
Black Mirror's a good like stay on the couch all day.
Yeah.
And do
it can be hit or miss. It can be hit or miss. Huh? Yeah. I didn't love the one with what's her name? Bryce Dallas Howard, because I felt like
I loved that one.
Yeah.
Crying at the end at the wedding covered in dirt.
Oh, that's right. That was kind of cunty.
It's one of the best ones, I think.
She was like running in the beginning. It just seemed too close to reality.
That Rashida Jones one's is depression.
Oh my God.
It's so sad.
I was like, but it was so, she did really well in that. Because I felt like I was doing it.
It was so sad. So sad.
Looking to maintain an erection during sex, that's so fierce.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
If
If I had to do ads with my friends like 3 times a week and I wouldn't feel anything at the hygienist.
I haven't taken a dick pill in a long time. When I was really depressed, I had a prescription, but when I got less depressed, I haven't taken them in like over a year.
What's the success meter tally at this pod right now? I think we're up to 5 or 6.
My teeth haven't fallen out and I can get my own boners ethically sourced, cage-free.
I think that we've hit an all-time high of success for Miss Mattel on this pod today. Pour one out for Mattel.
Well, when I was really mentally struggling, I was so depressed I had a hard time, and overnight was all better.
It's like they say, why don't you try smiling?
Honestly.
Wait, what about
Maybe your dick's trying to tell you your life is shitty.
Thank you.
You know?
What about Mattel being referred to as a country by our commander in chief?
Did you see today him say, I'm so excited.
I was like, baby,
because
I was
now
like,
I have
my
a clip.
friend is the president of a country.
Well, he's like, Mattel, the USA is their biggest market. I was like, okay.
Tariffs.
But now I have a clip of Donald Trump saying Mattel. So all I need is him saying Trix and he.
Oh,
and then I got the whole thing.
Baby, the
Then I'm
sweet
gonna use
pussy
A1.
Pauline, the sweet pussy Pauline chat GBT mega mix is going to be so lit at Solid Pink Disco. Y'all ain't ready for it.
Yes.
Which, by the way, is tonight, right?
Tonight, the Hollywood Palladium.
I shall be in attendance.
I can't believe it.
To your detriment.
Girl, this is
to your great embarrassment.
I'm really excited for tonight. It's a really good show. The DJing is great. I love the music. I love the visuals. I love the numbers. And the audience, I went to Cowboy Carter last night. We'll talk about it, but the audiences dress up more for my show.
Baby, listen, let me tell you something. When I waltz onto that dance floor looking better than you and all your dancers in the most incredible pink outfit, looking snatched, looking 20 years old, looking wet and hot and sexy and doing dance moves people have never seen before.
Sorry. Go home jobless.
No.
Can I tell you last weekend though?
I can't wait to see your numbers.
Last weekend was 3 shows in a row. And let me tell you the routing. Denver, Montreal, Pittsburgh.
Perfect, right? Yeah.
Perfect.
Makes sense.
Yes.
Did you drive?
Oh, barely slept. So this weekend, it's LA, Oakland, Salt Lake City. Much better.
Much more
better.
Yeah, much more humane.
But last weekend, this is not, before I say this, let me say this is not shit-talking venues. This is not shit-talking anybody. Owners,
shit-talk.
promoters, agents, managers, venues. Bravo, bravo, bravo. Last weekend, Pittsburgh was so hot. So hot.
We're up in 2025 dealing with this shit. I can't.
I was cold at Beyonce. There were tens of thousands of people in there. Pittsburgh, buckets of water. Corset soaked completely through.
What?
I know that I bring it on myself because I'm in a corset jump roping in the show.
No, you do not. No, the fuck you do not. No, you don't.
You guys, I don't want to come to Solid Pink Disco. Everybody has tickets.
Yeah.
It's hot. And I have been on death's door.
Yeah.
We're talking going off stage and during my makeup change, this is what you hear while I'm painting foundation back on. Bullshit fucking show, fucking all this fucking like
wet mud.
Panicking. When
Wet
you're so
mud.
hot that you're actually panicking.
Absolutely. And you're trying to mix olive oil and vinegar, or no, whatever, the olive oil and water. You're trying to make two things come together that won't because of the sweat.
And when I'm putting makeup on and I hear the Go-Go's outside the door going, oh my God, it's hot. I can't breathe. And they're in Speedos. They're in G-strings. And they're going, I almost blacked out. It was so hot.
Yeah.
I gotta have some water. I'm standing on the other side of the door looking like Elliot with 2 T's behind. I'm like,
when a naked man comes out covered in sweat, I'm like, well, call the coroner.
if you're cold, they're cold. Bring them inside.
Yeah, we're gonna need the morgue up in here.
So
Is it gonna be hot at this venue, Mama, tonight? What's the tea? What's literally the tea? The temperature.
Mary,
Should I come in my 2-piece?
I have been so hot at these shows that I have been questioning my entire participation in the art of drag. I just have been like, what the fuck are we doing?
I think that you should reroute that questioning and point it towards your representation.
I was just like, I
It's
was
not a
not this hot
participation,
at
it's a
Hamburger Mary's Milwaukee, where they're frying burgers over an open flame grill, feet from where I'm doing a Dolly Parton number.
It's charbroil drag, and it's cooler than this.
And I'm like, so if it was hot at 21 in the nightclubs, and it's hot at 35 as maybe one of the most famous drag queens in the world, there is no end.
Yeah.
There is no end. The heat will just kill me. I am in Polly Pocket in an easy bake oven just trying to make ends meet.
Mary, do you realize the tragic irony of you dying from heat stroke and me surviving? That's not a
Just when her
reality.
teeth got good.
That's not a reality I'm willing to participate in. I think we should get the hygienists on the case. They obviously know how to torture people. Sick them on the promoters.
It's been horrible. If you were backstage, if you see me doing my quick change, it's like a gritty National Geographic photo.
Do you know what
I look like one of those hippos coming out of water, dripping wet, where you just see the eyes.
Do you know what I'm going to suggest, and I'm not even joking, to try a fucking ice bath.
During the show?
during a break. You
I'm in
literally
a corset. I'm in a padding.
waterproof. We call Cirque du Soleil the water show. We say, hey, what can we do? Get some waterproof gear, waterproof makeup. You just have to redo your lashes.
I mean,
Think about it.
yeah, it's been so hot. And maybe I just accidentally put together a show that
No.
is too much.
What do you think fucking Katy Perry does?
Goes to space.
I don't know what she does.
It's cold in space.
Do you think? I mean,
I'm wide awake.
I just think it's a failure of those in the orbit of your star.
The dicks who did this to me and the cunts responsible. I'm telling
Yes.
you, I'm backstage.
Which one of you bitches is my manager?
And the makeup for the show is so cool. It's these stones all the way out, and it's all glitter. It's so cool.
Gotta get the mask. I'm telling you.
But it's been so. I've been using that cryo mask that was sent to us from Shark, and I've been using that because it's the red lights to help repair your skin, and it's the cold under the eyes at the end of the night. And I'm like,
Baby, I got $1 million idea for you. Not million, just very useful. It's you do the contest. I mean, have like a prosthetic person do it. The contest like mask, right? Full gorgeous rhinestones, like seamless into the eyes with the eyelashes. And you don't have to do any makeup from the nose up. Okay. And then so you sweat the house down, whatever, you take it off. You ice the face during the break. You redo the lip.
sure.
You're wearing an Cirque du Soleil sanctioned outfit in the cold plunge. Game changer.
Yeah, I mean,
Do you know what I mean?
it's been horrible.
I'm not joking about the mask thing. I think there's a way to do it that's kind of like Orville, but way chicer and draggy.
that would be rude. Don't you think? People paying to see me and it's like not even putting the eye makeup on for the people?
Mary, it's you doing all the work, creating the ambiance and the whole music, and you have beautiful lips and teeth.
Yeah.
I'm not joking. I think it could kind of be cunt.
Oh my God. Also last weekend was so fun though. It was hot, but you know what I've been doing? Having a half shot of tequila before the show and practicing radical acceptance. And being like, well,
But
there's
imagine
nothing I can do.
Imagine though, like if on these, like I can imagine these shows where halfway through you're like, well, I'm gonna kill myself because the makeup's gone. That's when you put the mask on.
Well, I'm also DJing live, so I can't do anything that will alter my state really
Right.
while I'm up there,
It's
or I
just
will fuck it up.
You never take a break, right? You can't.
There is no break.
This is my nightmare.
There's no break.
This is like the nightmare on Elm
And
Street for me.
my section starts with these boots are made for walking. I start with the number. And then I'm on the back foot the whole program.
That's the
When I'm jump roping, I'm smiling, but if you could hear me, you would hear Lamaze like and then some nights I'm dancing and I hit a wall where I actually go from like, yes, 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 to both hands on the DJ decks like this.
And if people record it, it'd play it backwards. It's actually double voice saying, "Someone please kill me. Someone please kill me."
And I consider myself pretty cardiovascular fit.
Yeah.
I ran 4 or 5 miles today.
You don't even sweat that much.
No. So like if I'm hot, you know what I say backstage? I said, do you know Katya would have quit already?
Sweetie, I would have.
Do you know she would have quit already?
Do you know how like killer whales have a very like I would have sensed the heat from yards and yards and yards away.
Echolocation.
I would not even have entered the building. It's like a vampire. I'd have to be invited in, and it's just too hot.
Right. So one time I did, this was me and Juno Birch did something for YouTube Pride like 2 years ago.
Oh yeah,
And it was the air was
her
broken.
face is blue.
Their air was broken. And I love YouTube. But I went, you guys, I said, she's painted special effects light blue.
Mama.
If she sweats at all, it's not really fixable until she starts putting eyeshadow on her face as if it's
Yeah.
powder.
It's not.
And I said, did you guys know if it was me and Katya, she would have left already?
I don't think she would have showed up. She would have gone.
S-
No, ma'am.
I know the heat is something that I guess I either need to quit drag or give up dreams of comfort.
Or there's option C. Demand reasonable. What do you call it? Demand reasonable parameters for your performance.
Shove ice cubes up my ass.
Yeah. Cryotherapy. I don't
And
know.
it'll help with my fissure.
Yes. I mean, there's no reason on God's green earth that in the year of 2025, where we're putting stints in people's hearts, we're sending Katy Perry to the fucking moon and back, but you can't get some adequate AC at your solid pink disco.
We're at the point that ketamine has become an acceptable therapy.
We need a blue destination. As in
guess.
like
People do mushrooms at work and call it self-care. It's called microdosing.
Oh yeah, people are. Look to your left. Look to
Look
your
to your
right.
right.
People are microdosing acid at the
Completely.
office. Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I just need to accept it.
No, you don't.
But what do we do?
No, we change.
What do we do?
We go, hey, you get out of here and put that AC on.
Sometimes I feel like they're like, well, it's already sold out and Trixie's not going to go home. She's just going to do it. Why
No.
turn the air on?
You pull a RuPaul.
I think sometimes it's that.
No, so RuPaul famously, of course, she said, if I'm booked for an event, I get 50% before I step on the airplane and the other 50% before I step on the stage. You just do that in terms of temperature.
I know.
I have that in my writer.
Then people are going to say that I'm difficult.
No.
They will.
They're going to say that you're amazing because you sold out their fucking shitty venue that they
Yeah.
can't cool down.
I don't know what's with the air. I don't know. I don't know why we don't have air. I
No.
love dancing. I love dance parties.
Me too. And
Why can't people dance not be so hot?
Well,
because
so-
if I'm hot, the audience is obviously
Yes.
also fucking dying.
I mean, I have, we've traveled around the world and been like Ireland, for example, in not Belfast, in Dublin. I think it was called the Dragon or something.
The Dragon?
Mama?
The hottest I've ever been, maybe in my life.
It was as I'm walking to the stage, seconds into not even starting my number, I had that thought. It was like, this is not going to be feasible.
The meet and greet pictures of me from that, I look like a perspiring ham in
yeah.
a grocery store.
But I really had that thought that you were talking about earlier, like, oh, this is not physically possible with
It
the
goes
laws
to
of
panic.
physics.
It goes to panic.
Like, how is this even going to be? Yeah. But the Lincoln Theater, Mama, that motherfucking theater, holy shit, their aircon was yanking.
Girl, the Lincoln with the big fake head.
In Philly, yeah.
No, DC.
Oh, DC, sorry, yeah. So there are theaters and there are fucking venues that know how to yank off a crispy, coolly, lovely event.
Yeah.
And the others just flop so hard, and I guess nobody cares.
I guess nobody cares because we were there and we did it anyway.
I mean,
so who cares?
if you're wilding out like Nick Cannon on the dance floor, you're gonna get a little misty. But you shouldn't die from heat stroke or dehydration.
Well, also, I would never dream of punishing people who came to see me by not performing. If they're in there dressed up, it's like, what am I, a princess? I'm not going to go do it too,
Well,
you know?
you're also DJing, literally controlling the mood of the night. That's performing.
The other thing is, I know we have to go. The other thing
I'm
is,
not going anywhere.
when I'm that hot,
Yeah.
I just feel like my brain works slower.
No shit.
And so I'm trying to operate this equipment and I'm actually blinking through sweat, like, trying to turn these knobs. You would think that I'm in a hospital bed just touching my own EKG or something.
Well, have you ever tried to change a watch battery underwater? That's what it's like. It's not.
Maybe I need to do the Solid Pink Disco Winter Ball.
Solid ice
Snowball.
disco.
Solid Ice Disco.
Or how about we just
Sounds
get
like meth.
That's true. Oh yeah, that's true. Crystal Tina.
Yeah. Crystal Method at the Solid Ice Disco.
No, or I think we could try some wild option, which is, hey manager, hello promoter, hello bar owner. These are the conditions which I require for the ultimate satisfaction. Otherwise,
I guess, but I'm going to do it very like
I'm going to do it
fairy tale. Like, if you want me to do this show, I'm going to need, the cape is red as blood, the whatever,
I'm calling, and this is my voice, and these are the terms. I'm going to do the Queen of Melrose, and I'm going to call on your
For
behalf.
sure.
Yeah, and you're going to pay for my hygienist appointment at your dentist.
And Solid Pink Disco in Salt Lake City was so fun, but the air is thinner. So it's not only balls hot in there, not only is it boiling. Before I go on, Rebecca Black goes, it was Friday and Rebecca Black was there, and so it felt exciting,
That's
right? And Rebecca goes, yeah, usually they'll have an oxygen. You get an oxygen tank. I said, are we on ER? I'm just trying to cross-dress and play records.
I know.
What do you mean? At that point, get the hospital bed out here. Get it all out here.
Are we in the pit? What's
Get
going
Nurse
on?
Jackie out here to shoot a few dolls down my throat, okay?
Last final thought, Mama. You never can have it all the way right, because I remember Aspen Gay Ski Week. First time I ever did a whole drag thing, and I went back and de-dragged, and I was like, something is different about this. What is it? Not one bead of moisture. However, then I performed at the top of the mountain, baby, trying to do some kind of lip sync wiggle, like upside down,
No air.
cartwheeling, no air. It was a very
How am I supposed to breathe with no air? Jordan Sparks. She wrote that at
Aspen Gay Ski Week.
Can I also say one more thing too?
Yeah.
The other day I took off my wig and the dancer said there is steam coming off your head. That's how hot you are.
What do you think happens when I go walk into the freezer at Oil Can Harry's? It's like
it's a metaphysical event.
yeah, it looks like you look like dry ice.
It looks like one of those videos where they drop like the boiling ball into like a glass of soda or something.
Dry ice.
Yes.
It's cunty.
It's fucked. I gotta
right.
go.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Goodbye, everybody.